Yes. Wipe it out. Yep. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's Friday, the 22nd, March, 8:35 p.m. Central European Time. That would make it 2:35 Eastern Standard Time, USA. And I'm saying hello to everybody out there. Everybody out there. Doesn't matter who you are, just everybody out there. Now let me see. Oh yeah, who was that up in the chat real quick? Know yourself. Exactly. Know yourself. It's a good one to know. If you don't know yourself, and also test your knowledge of self, right? That's how you come to know yourself, right? By testing yourself, right? Just test everything you know, you know. Test yourself, see how you stand up. Put yourself in new situations and see how you stand up. Put yourself under some stress and see how you stand up. Uh, yeah, and know yourself. That's an interesting thing right there. Because a lot of people think knowing themselves just it's inherent. You just boop, come out, you're on Earth, and you know yourself, right? But actually, you spend a good part of life figuring out who you are, right? Through your trials and tribulations, through your situations. Um, yeah, but that journey never ends. And I think, I mean, at some point in your life, at least in mine, I'm pretty comfortable like knowing who I am because I've experienced a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I put myself to the test. I've seen a lot of different things, and I faced life head on, kind of. And yeah, I mean, not even kind of. I faced life head on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really. And what's up, Donnie? And so I pretty much know myself, and I know kind of how I roll. And guess what? I got some things that I found out early on about my life, and I found out some things later on in my life. By putting myself to a test in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like number one, I speak more than one language. But I didn't. I went on most of my adult life speaking one language. I mean, my whole life speaking one language. I didn't learn a second language until I was way in my 30s. You dig? So that shows you can learn a new language in your 30s. Um, I didn't. It's a lot of the language thing. Not only do I speak two languages, but I understand very well more than two languages. You see what I mean? Like, but I only speak two pretty fluently. I mean, English I speak, pretty pretty good English because that's my first language, and I read and write English pretty well. I understand and speak. I understand Danish fluently. I speak it on an okay level. I would say I don't grade myself too high, even though my accent is good, is very good. People say, but I read and write also in Danish also pretty well. I don't write I only write when I'm at work, and I'm only reading Danish when I'm at work or when I want to read an article that's in Danish. But for the most part, I don't. But it's just something I had to learn, later on in life, to work, to live, But I also understand Swedish and Norwegian. I understand a little bit of Spanish, a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, but I think if I went to South America, I would probably within about 3 4 months I'd probably be speaking Spanish pretty well because I do have a lot of it in my reserve in my brain. You know what I'm saying, that I don't use. So yeah. But on that note, know yourself. So test yourself, test your boundaries, and see, experience life. That would be my best. That would be the best offering I can make in terms of finding out about yourself. Try to experience many things as you can and put yourself in as many situations as you can, because you learn more, and you especially about yourself, not just about the world, not just about your skill level, but just how you are as a person. It builds character. Hopefully you build a strong character in your life. But on another note, let's get to the program here. Let me see this lead up program, because I just wanted to say hello to folks, but I know for sure that Shaka is going live probably in an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. So until then, I'm going to be live. And today's program, here it is. Let me see here. Yeah, it is called Open Talk, Diverse Open Talk, lead up to my forevers. Yeah, and then the bad sector is reactive and not proactive, right? And that's a important aspect of today's conversation. The bad, what is it? The bad sector is reactive and not proactive. And what I mean by that is like, yeah, Shaka got some new info, bro. Exactly. So I think it's gonna be a fun evening over there at my forever. In fact, I'm gonna leave his link, but let me also drop the link here. But the bad sector is reactive and not proactive. And I just want to remind people that, responding to every little thing you like or don't like or agree with or don't agree with, yo, sure, respond, or sure. E- o- Opinions are always fantastic, even if you don't say them, they're wonderful. But sometimes when somebody gives an opinion, it just goes in one ear and out the other, because it's just a thought that may not be able to be proactive with. Like, for example, somebody don't like what I'm doing over here. The answer is, so what? So what? Is that being you not liking what I'm doing over here? Is that proactive? No, that's not. That's reactive. You see? And so yeah, let me pull this down. And so it would just be an opinion, and it's the same. Everybody can do them. Everybody can do themselves on their own platform. Uh my opinion of somebody else's platform, yeah. Do you want to hear all my opinions about every platform that I go to? Probably not, because my opinion probably wouldn't be that useful if I'm not really focused on that platform, or I really don't, know what's going on there. So, in that way, I don't have too many negative criticisms of different platforms. Um, I don't want to use all my time doing what do you call it? Reactive arguing over the internet, that doesn't matter. If you don't like somebody, you don't have to be around them. You don't have to put yourself in a situation where you're arguing about something that you could have already done something about to resolve the issue. So again, if you don't like this platform, you don't like what I'm doing, you don't have to be here. You don't have to come. Um, what you think about me, I could care less, because you don't know me. And if you did know me, you would probably love me, to be honest, Um, yeah, because I am a pretty cool dude. Um, I'm not a reactive person. I'm a pretty proactive person, and but I also think about people and try to do some good. Try to be kind, but the one thing I really try to do the most is receive kindness. Know how to receive kindness from other people. I mean, that's part of being kind. If you don't know how to receive kindness, and you don't know what kindness looks like, then how can you put it out to someone else? So I try to spend time making sure that I'm acknowledging kindness when I see it, um, responding to that, putting out kindness, and acknowledging some of the things that you get for free. that people share every day. So I don't always have to focus on what I don't like, about somebody else. Now, if you ever see me focus on a particular topic, it's because I care about that particular topic. If you see me focus on a person, it's not because of the person, it's because of the topic the person represents. You see what I mean? And sure, there's a lot of fake ass N words out there, if you want to say that, and a lot of BS N words out there, but I don't want to focus on them because that's not good enough. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not really a good enough topic. It's not proactive. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at? I'm trying to be mindful about the language I use and also the message, not just the language I use, but the message I put out to people. And the message, overall message that I want to get out to people is that, hey, the world is a big place. You can see any part of the world that you want if you choose to. And no matter where you go in the world, there's people just like you. Don't ever forget that. There's black people. If you're FBA, hey, there's FBA all over the planet. Don't ever forget that. You don't have to, if you're not FBA, there's other fractions. If you're Jamaican, there's Jamaicans all over the planet. If you Afro-Colombian, there's Afro-Colombians all over the planet. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to keep it so narrow, the existence. And we can learn from each other. We can share with each other. And and we could do it just at least on the most basic levels. So we support each other in ways that are not necessarily, or not just financial or something like that, but emotionally, right? Support each other emotionally. That's what socializing does. It affirms some things that people need to affirm in order to go about this day positively. You see what I mean? In order to go about and feel like you make a difference, and you can make a difference, and that all is not lost. That's the whole point of communicating, socializing, and you can choose who you do that with. You don't have to go to platforms you don't like. You don't have to go to platforms where you don't like the people, because and should you come across a platform that you don't like, and you change, or you like, and then you change your mind, you could just go on about your business. You know, you could just go on about your business. That's what I do. I don't, when I'm in a chat and all of a sudden I see something I don't like, or the person saying something I don't like, or whatever, and I'm in the chat. If I had enough, I just go. I just be out. I don't go out and be like, yeah, but you should have done this, and you should say this, and why you ain't doing this, and you should stop. Nah, I just be out, because it doesn't require a whole lot of energy. You know how many platforms there are out here? It's YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of platforms out here, and it's a lot of people that want to receive you too. A lot of people are open to receiving you just how you are. So you don't have to be where you're not welcome, and you don't have to be where you don't think you like the folks, or like the people, or like the content, you know? And so that's part of today's program. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be reactive, be proactive. So I want to try to do things in a proactive way. And so that means every once in a while I have to kind of shut down the riffraff. Um, there's some people out here, I had a little spit spat, you could say, with, well, not a spit spat. I was being attacked by a lunatic, right? Which that exists. The lunatic who doesn't know me, never met me, knows nobody in my life, knows, is not even capable of knowing, yeah, a totally different type of person, but they wanted to, you know, take my picture and do all kinds of things with it, and try to make insults at me, like trying to call me gay or something like that. And in reality, it's like over the internet, and in reality, I'm a pretty nice person, but to take some kind of insults like that, I mean, I'm just letting everybody know. In reality, I might punch you in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I would do. If you're a woman, but this was the issue. It was a woman, so I wouldn't punch a woman in the face. I would just laugh. You know what I'm saying? But I could be vindictive and evil and wicked and do something else. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I try to talk positively, right? Instead of negatively, because, you know, I don't believe responding to people like that over the net with curse words and things like that is enough. I don't think that really does it. Cause my whole thing is like anybody can curse. You see what I mean? Anybody can throw in insults over the net. So I don't want to emulate weak behavior. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to start calling you any type of thing um, over the internet because anybody can do it. But not anybody's going to come to your face so I can choke your ass. You see what I'm saying? Not anybody's going to dare that. So that's how I really look at it, y'all. I hope you hear what I'm saying. Like, I hope you hear what I'm saying, you know? But, instead I chose to like, oh my goodness. Instead, instead I chose to be proactive. It's not much you can always do about lunatics. You know what I'm saying? But I've met a few. I've met a few, and I've met a few. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just I'm just dedicated to presenting myself in a positive way, when I have the option to. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not into this kind of back and forth over the net. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I don't really take it seriously. To be honest with you, I just gotta put it out there like that. I never take it seriously. I am only the type of person that believes in you when I see you do it. You see what I mean? There's literally nothing else I believe in. If you want to rattle my cage, you got to come see me and show me what you got. Otherwise, I just look at it like, okay, do you even believe your words? Let me see. Childish of that person, especially. Yeah, exactly. And well, that person, I brought that up because that person had been out attacking a lot of people like that, just different random people they don't know. One of the persons they were doing this thing to was this brother, Kevin Wesley. I don't know Kevin Wesley personally. I only met him on the internet occasionally here and there. Um, and we met through this person, the lunatic. And, but I have to say, um, I was looking at the information that was being put out about him, and I must say it's pretty slanderous. Um, I think it's pretty petty, and it's defamation, if you ask me, and also harassment. Yeah, and I think it's criminal harassment, to be honest with you. But so so sometimes because of that, I have people that come over here that support Kevin Wesley. Kevin Wesley might come through in the chat from time to time. And so just like other people that might come here in the chat, I don't want anybody just coming in here. If you don't like Kevin Wesley, if you don't like, keep it to yourself when you come over here. Like you don't have to love him. You can do whatever, but listen, I don't want my channel to be a place where people just spout things that they can't prove themselves out to the public. I don't want to be used that way. You see what I mean? And I would hope that if there's anything anybody has where they're really worried about somebody out there in the YouTube sphere being a harmful person, I would hope that you yourself would go to the police and do something about it. But I don't want people just, using my panel or my channel to harass somebody else. So I can't do that. Just like I don't want people coming here and hopping up on the panel or in the chat using too much curse words. I don't want that. And there's a very good reason why. You see, first of all, curse words just mean you're lacking other words, that could be even more descriptive and more helpful to the listener. Curse words are often just reactionary words, people spouting off their anger. And just because you're angry don't mean you're angry about something that's correct. You just might be that type that's angry about your own life and cursing everybody else out. So I don't want that. And I think if you have a disagreement with somebody, you should be able to communicate that disagreement in a more respectful way, because after all, cursing somebody out over the internet don't mean you're really going to do shit anyway to them. You see what I mean? So yeah, so let me see here. Yeah. Know thyself, know yourself. What's up? And Black King, yeah, Black King, thanks for coming through. And anybody else listening, look, I'm gonna drop the link. Oh, the link to the panel's right here. Let me drop it again. Anybody can hop up. I'm just on time out waiting for Shaka to get his thing going in like an hour from now. So let me see here. Now, earlier today, I was over on Medea's platform, checking out some updates she got about Nature Boy and the Crazy Crew, Carbon Nation, Crazy Crew out there. They on the run. They doing a lot of crazy things. Those ladies cut their hair, from what I heard, and they out there. They could be homeless. The internet ain't working good, so you don't see a lot of them often. Showing where they are and stuff like this. So who knows? Who knows what's going on with them? But I've been listening there for a little bit. What else is in the news? This Monday, to everybody listening, yes, I will be covering the Donald Trump seizure or bond payment, whichever one happens. I'm going to be covering it. Yeah, I'm off on Monday, so I'm going to be spending all day watching Letitia James or anybody collect that bond money, however they need to collect it. If it's a seizure, if it's a cash settlement, I'm going to be covering that. And so that's going to be interesting. It's not too often you hear of a ex-president getting all his shit taken, or who else. and I'm gonna be honest with you, fuck Donald Trump. I mean, and now I don't really mean that doesn't mean I wouldn't vote for him, you know what I'm saying, although I'm not. But me saying that about Donald Trump doesn't mean I wouldn't vote for him. It just means, he ain't got shit to do with me. We have nothing in common. And on top of that, I would say it anyway, because I'm not one for insults. I don't want somebody insulting my people. I don't want somebody coming out there and saying, well, yeah, FBA like me because of my mugshot. I mean, to me, that's a goddamn insult. But to some people, y'all want to talk about it? Y'all want to talk about it right now? Who thinks that is great? Matter of fact, let me pull that shit up right now. Excuse me, y'all. Let me pull this up. This is just something. Let me see what we got going here. I need to find Trump saying that. I'm going to play that 1,000,000 times. Later on today, Shaka is going to be going in on Sarnetta. And no matter what you think about Sarnetta, understand one thing. It's about to be a clip coming out about him. And you've seen the clip before, but people sometimes don't always play the right part. But it's the clip where he says, I don't believe Dr. York molested those kids. And then he talks about the other kid, Tariq, who talked about Dr. York molesting him. And he said, I don't believe him. So people need to get straight to the point with Sarnetta. Sarnetta didn't believe Dr. York's a pedophile. That's basically it. And he said it in that statement. That's not the only thing being reviewed tonight. And in fact, I don't even know if Shaka's reviewing that, but that's something I want to talk about. And I just want to say, I have never heard Sarnetta say that he believes Dr. York molested those children. I never heard Sonetta say that. I have only heard Sonetta say he does not believe Dr. York molested those children. And we talking about even a 5-year-old. You see what I'm saying? How disgusting. And not that molestation is not disgusting. It's all disgusting. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All that shit is disgusting. He's disgusting. But how could you be confused about a man that has a Pink Panther doll with a penis? I mean, how could you be confused about it? That's what is going on with Sonetta, man. That's what's going on with him. He likes and promotes a man who's the United States of America's most prolific pedophile. How could you be confused? How could you dare say you don't believe it? So that's who Sonetta is. He's that man that doesn't believe the United States most prolific pedophile did it. That's on his record, He could wear that jacket. You know what I'm saying? What's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? He gonna wear that jacket, yo. All right, let me see here. Trump mug shot black people. Let me see here. See what comes up. Trump says his mugshot appeals to black voters. Let's go. Let's get busy with Trump today. Yeah, we got to hear the facts. And apparently some black people agree with him, I don't know. Here we go.
Where are you? Where's my friend? He's a great guy. Good. These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones. You see? That's how far I've come. That's how far I've come. That's a long way, isn't it? We've all seen the mugshot. And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. They do shirts and they sell them for $19 a piece. That's a long way. Anybody else? The black population. And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. That's how far I've come. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white. These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones. You see? That's how far I've come. That's how far I've come. That's a long way, isn't it? We've all seen the mugshot. And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But you see black people walking around with my mugshot. They do shirts and they sell them for $19 a piece. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I should sell some of his goddamn. I'm gonna sell some Trump t-shirts, as a matter of fact. Except they're gonna say something like "fuck Trump," and I'm not saying you can't vote for him and say that at the same time, because, hey, that's how it is. You can vote for people you don't like personally. You can vote for people you hate if that's your only option, right? I mean, it's better to vote for someone you hate than not vote at all, right? I mean, I think that's crazy, but hey, he got to show enough glow. Yeah, he got tan today. I told you what we love Trump in the hood. Oh yeah, that's right. But well, man, I don't know. The hood love a lot of stuff, bro. I mean, I would like to see Trump go to the hood. When he gonna go to the hood? I mean, I don't even see why anybody would love Trump. It's okay to vote for somebody you don't love, and it's okay to vote for somebody you hate. Even I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a fuck about Trump, and excuse my language, but I don't. And I'm being honest. On a regular day of the week, if he was not running for president, I literally would not like him. You know what I'm saying? I could care less about him. To me, he's a stinky ass old rich man who is a racist, and doesn't give a shit about anybody. You know, to me, that's what Trump is. But you know, if the other person is worse than that, then hey, right? Why not vote for him? And that's what I mean. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not saying Biden is worse than Trump, but I mean, but I have to say, man, Trump doesn't have too many appealing things, man. He comes through VA all the time and was in Richmond City with. Oh, really? Shit, when was that? When he was president? Something. He was in he was in DC too, but they hated his fucking ass so much. He couldn't really go anywhere. They hated Trump, man. He had to buy a whole damn hotel just to be able to have a place to go and eat. You know, it's crazy. But yeah, let me drop the link, man. Yo, you could come up and say what you like about Trump if you want. I'm like, fuck Trump. I ain't give a fuck about Trump. Yo, oh, he was there last month. Okay, yeah, man. And I'm not lying though. I'm not lying. Like, seriously, I don't see nothing. Come on, man. Just look at him. Would you talk to a dude that talks like this, bro? I mean, just any day of the week. Let me rewind this.
Pastor Mark Burns. Mark, where are you? Where's Mark Burns? He's he's a great
Now,
guy.
if I worked for him, I would take the check. I'll be working with him and still being like, man, fuck. I bet his employees be like, man, fuck Trump, and work for his ass at the same time. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to work for an abusive employer, bro. Like really. But to me, Trump seems like that type of dude. Like you would smile, and when he comes through, you smile, but you'd be also like, fuck Trump. What's up, Ralph? You there?
Yeah, what's good, Pepper?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just waiting for Shaka to go live. So I'm like, what the hell? Let me go live first, man. Say what's up to everybody. Um, talk about a few things, you know. But um,
Hey,
but we on
man.
Trump now. So you love Trump? Come on, let me know why you love
Yeah,
Trump.
I'm not. Don't say I'm cooning, but hey, look, man.
I ain't gonna say you
Trump, Trump,
cooning.
Trump, Trump, Trump doing things out here for the black uh
Stop saying
industry.
that, man. Stop
Yo,
saying
I'm saying that because I don't. He ain't do it
Say
for the
what it
niggas
is.
yet. He ain't do it for the niggas yet. He did it for the black, but
Oh,
he can't
okay.
say it yet. He didn't do it for us yet, but he has. He those classes with like GMC, coal mines, trades, railroad, steel, anything that's like being American muscle made wise. He's making sure that the country and those things stay up, they stay running, they're not shut down and ran by what I'm saying, by like robotics and stuff like that. Even though Amazon is doing that. Uh, that's crazy, right? But it's sad because he got enough money to do that with against Trump. Also, like the laws he's pushing as far as the borderlines, he's keeping those goddamn foreigners out of Virginia. They even though they coming, but they not coming as rampant as they should. We can still have like a little black nation, a little city here. As far as that, he's contributed more money to any HBCUs than any other white or black person. Yes, he contributes a
Hold up.
lot. Trump gives
Hold
a
up.
lot of money to HBCUs.
All right, let me look this up right now. Let's see. Where does it say that at?
They was doing something about that a couple years ago. I can't remember, but I do remember that. That is a fact. Trump does give a lot of money to HBCU.
It was false, bro. Look at this. First thing to come up is say it's exaggerated. False.
I don't believe that stuff. That man came out on national TV and said that junk. You feel me? I believe that's just a narrative they paint. Like they'll say he's racist. I won't believe. I can't believe most of that stuff.
Okay,
Now,
let's.
this I would believe it if they turn around and be like, "Well, Trump made that statement," and they be like, "Well," they say, "Well, we ain't never got no receipts from that." Now, if the schools come out and say something against him, then I'm like, "Oh, Trump, you lying." But since the schools ain't do it, he telling the truth to me.
Okay,
They put everybody else on blast.
Okay, so which one of these you want to check out? Then
I can care less. I mean, I ain't supporting nobody. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean, you put what you want to put on. You know. And
let's
I
see.
don't I don't believe the news narrative about Trump. I just can't. I watched the man hang around black folks and niggas all his life, rappers since his early 30s. I've seen him at the Playboy Mansion. hang around some of the greatest musicians, some of the greatest rappers, some of the greatest athletes. You know what I'm saying? I never heard, particularly of him using the N word against someone foully. Uh, man, I'm just saying, when have these things been? All we have is they saying we don't like Trump emotionally, or we're saying we don't like Trump because he's supposed to be racist. I don't know, with no real clue. You know what
Well,
I'm
Trump
saying?
say that Trump or Trump supporters ran an ad calling Biden racist.
He is. He's a ex Ku Klux Klan leader, a Grand Dragon. Like the dude literally is at the highest rank of racist white supremacy
Hold on,
racism.
hold on, hold on,
And he's,
hold on. You said he's a Ku Klux Klan. What?
yes, he's an ex Ku Klux Klan leader. Like he's like up there. Like he make decisions with like what type of all that stuff. Man, and people were like Biden. He looked you right in the face and said, "If you don't vote for me, you're not black." And he turned around and did it. A real Ku Klux Klan Grand Dragon member. And his son is hitting the crack cocaine with pedophilic shit on his laptop. And it's been exposed for years, and they're finally letting it come out. But it's been exposed for the last 7, 8 years.
Well, it says here he eulogized a KKK leader or KKK
Yeah, a
grand.
Grand Master that was cool with his father. He's a legendary Ku Klux Klan member. He's not like even Trump. Like I said, Trump's father was a Ku Klux Klan member too as well. But he's not passing it down. Like Trump is not in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying? You could clearly
Oh,
see
no.
Biden is still a Klan member.
Excuse me,
Go
Negro
ahead.
Ralph. Negro
What we
Ralph,
go?
you need to
What we
pull
doing here?
shit out.
What we doing here? I don't know who this lady is, but what we doing here?
It's pumpkin, man. It's pumpkin. It's pumpkin.
Oh,
What
it's
I
so
said
small.
was you need to cut that bullshit out and stop following that and stop
Shoot.
for putting up that false defense. I know who you
You,
are.
you
I know
stop
who
that.
you are.
No, you don't. And I don't want you to judge me either. What are you talking about, woman?
I can say what I want to say. You need to cut that bullshit out because that man
What
ain't
you
never
gonna
been in
say?
the Ku Klux Klan. The worst thing he ever did for blacks was when he put that fence. I could say what I want
I
to
know
say
you're not about to,
because
oh,
you
you about
get
to
ready
yell at
to
me about the
judge
country?
me. That
Hold
man
on.
ain't
'Cause I
never
know
been in
you're
the
not
Ku
about to
Klux
yell at me
Klan.
for the state of
That
the
is that
country.
Okay, hold
right
on.
wing
Hold
Donald
on.
Trump
Hold on.
bullshit.
Let every okay, but hold on. Let's go one at a time. For and let's not yell. But Beverly, I do want your input. I want to hear what you got to say, and I'm glad you came up because Ralph is speaking for the Trumpers. So
Yeah.
let's just everybody talk calmly. But go ahead, Beverly. What did you not agree with?
Hey,
Beverly, you
No,
still there?
I'm
I
not.
mean,
I'm sorry about that, but I'm so
no,
sick
it's
of these.
okay.
I'm so sick
look,
of these black people coming up with this ignorant bull mess bullshit. That's all
But
it is. That's
did he
right
say?
wing Donald
Okay,
Trump. Wait a minute, let me finish, and
okay.
then he can say what he wants. I'm
oh,
done.
oh.
Go ahead, Beverly.
All
You
Go ahead,
know.
Beverly.
that yelling and
Let's
shit.
wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna come back. Hold on.
Okay,
I gotta
okay,
cut
Yeah,
okay.
this so I can stop
yeah,
echoing.
you gotta calm down. That's it. You calm down. Yeah, you came in here with the strength of a scorned black woman. Ralph, you better no, we not in a relationship. You're not about to yell at me. Hell no. You can tell me a viewpoint, but you ain't about to go zap out and lose your goddamn mind. I don't support that losing your mind shit on me. Cause face to face, I ain't gonna lie, a woman screaming, going crazy on me, I will spit on you. That is my type. If I feel like you challenge me as a man, I will spit at you.
No, come on, Ralph, man. She not challenging you as a man. But
No, I'm saying with all the yelling
I'm
and she telling
telling
me
you.
her
No, I'm
feelings.
not challenging you. Wait a
Yeah,
minute. Let's get
I
one
don't
thing
like
straight,
disrespect because I'm
Negro.
a very respectful person. So I don't
yeah,
like to
but
disrespect
listen,
no.
I nobody
listen.
disrespecting. Nobody is disrespecting you. I don't disrespect people. But what I don't like is for people to do what you're doing. That you don't research what you do. You just take and take it for what it's worth. That is Donald Trump. That is Donald Trump and the right wing
I should
people
be
use
allowed to. I should be allowed to. I have free
but you're
will.
sitting there putting false information. Put the
I did
truth
not.
out if you're going to put it
I
out. Yes, Biden, let me finish. Biden does have some problems, but being in the Ku Klux Klan ain't one. Donald Trump and his father were in the Ku Klux Klan. But I don't see you putting that up, you and nobody else.
just spoke
Y'all
on that.
support me. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me finish. I see you can't, everybody, y'all dragging Fonnie Willis for what she did with Nathan Wayne. Two considered adults, but you support a man who is a convicted, not accused of, sexual predator. He was on the island with Epstein, whatever his name. I can't remember his first name, but he was on the island with there. He got there's so much proof of everything that he did. And now you gonna sit up there and put this stuff up? Yes, it is your right to say what you want to say. Newsweek is a right wing publication. So if you're gonna say something on somebody, tell the truth. And that excuse me. So if you're gonna tell the truth, all I say is tell the truth. And black people need to stop being so ignorant. Y'all support that damn man because he give them ugly ass sneakers that nobody don't want. And
Now,
he was just a minute.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I'm finished,
She ain't doing nothing but throwing punches at me and saying things that she wasn't listening clearly. I clearly brought up his father. I clearly brought up that that
okay,
Biden.
I'm sorry about that. I see that.
You say everything that you
I
just
see
came
that
up here and
now.
said has been wrong. Everything
hold
you
on,
said.
hold on. No, Ralph.
Wait a
Wait a
minute.
second.
And I'm
Hold on.
reading something that you just put up there. It says in 2010, Biden provided a eulogy for Democratic West Virginia Senator Robert Byrd, who in the 1940s helped recruit new members to his chapter of the KKK. What the heck does that got to do with a man?
Hold on, but Pumpkin,
eulogizing someone?
hold on, Pumpkin, keep reading the rest of it. Read the rest of it.
Byrd said he regretted his decision as a young man. Yes, but my thing of it is, he gave a eulogy about a man he knew. I don't think he knew him then. And
but
if
when
he
he
did,
gave the eulogy, the man had already regretted being affiliated with the KKK when he
okay,
was young.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
that's not the same thing as giving a eulogy for a
Oh, I
current
know
member,
that.
a person.
You're missing my point.
The guy had already,
He was an old man who admitted he made a mistake.
He
I
had to go
remember when
serenade his grandmaster.
Come
You
on,
don't
Ralph.
know they
No,
love.
no, Ralph. Come on, man.
you're
Either it's
wrong,
true
Ralph.
or it's
You're
not.
wrong about that. You are
Because
entitled to
listen,
your opinion, but you're wrong.
yeah, but hold on, Ralph. Look, I don't want to discourage you. I'm not trying to discourage you from making your point. I just want to be fair and honest. Look, that's why I said, look, I'm not in love with either one of these guys, but
Thank you.
I have to say, if you look at, you don't have to trust either one either. I don't necessarily trust.
I wouldn't, because to me
I,
they're white.
I
So I
don't
don't care about
trust.
none of
Hold
that.
on, but I don't trust the United States of America, uh, politicians, in general, but because I feel like there's one big lie that they perpetrate against the American people, and I feel like the biggest lie that both parties perpetrate is that they can't pay everybody to go to school and fight the wars at the same time, that they can't do all these other social services things and fight the wars at the same time. I think that's the biggest lie, and they know it. You see what I mean? So that's the reason why I don't totally trust it. But here's the thing: when I look at look, when you follow his story beats Trump. Man, Trump never worked a day in his life, bro. Why do you?
So what that mean? Most
That means
kings ain't
no,
never
A
worked a
whole
day in their
lot.
life.
that means he never gained a healthy respect for hard work himself. So why would he respect you?
No, so look, I can't go with that one. And look,
Okay,
we talked with that one before.
Yeah,
I agree with you
he
too.
just
Hold on, Dip, hold on. Don't cut me off. I gave you your floor. So look, when we talking about the policies of America, we both agree on that. America don't do nothing for black citizens, and most citizens here is for anything. I agree with that. And I also don't believe, both of them are the best parties. But do I believe Trump is a better organized
You're
person,
damn
yes. Hold
crazy.
on, hold on.
A damn
Listen.
convicted
So
sexual
what?
assaulter, 91 counts,
Then
about to
that's
lose
when
all
I
his
said.
shit
See,
on
when I
Monday.
said
About to
so
lose
when
all
now
his
so now
shit on
y'all so
Monday.
now y'all proving me more right each time I talk in these situations. I just said just because a law not implemented, that don't mean that it ain't a law is not happening. And then we go say how you know how shit white people I said people are getting treated differently with the laws here, right? So you can't even say what's what. So y'all proving my point each time I speak on
Ain't
America
nobody
and white.
proving nothing.
Yeah,
You
and
prove
hold
it
on.
to
You
me.
you
You
just
proving
came up
how
here and said
dumb
it.
you
You
are.
just came up here and said it.
You're proving to me how dumb you are, and you putting this
Now,
information out
now
to
I'm
Oh,
these
dumb.
okay,
young
Now,
kids.
hold on. But
God, I'm
let's say misinformed, Pumpkin. Come on, let's say misinformed.
that's not
so sorry,
because
Vic. Yes, you're
yeah,
misinformed.
because I
I
haven't
will
been.
say that.
You said you wasn't gonna be disrespectful, right? So when you first came up here, you said I lied. Let's call it contradictions, right? You say I lied, but then you just lied on me about 3 times, and then you
I
got
lied
up
on
here,
you. I
and
see
then
what
you
I
lied, and then
see.
you just lied, and then you just lied
I
on
said,
yourself.
excuse me, and I was sorry. I ain't lied on
And
myself
then
for nothing.
yeah, you apologize. For what you apologizing for that? So listen, if
I apologize because that's what I
because
apologize
you
to
did
Vic, not
something.
to
It's
you,
because you
not
did, yeah,
to you,
because you
because this
did
is his
something.
platform, and I respect him, and I respect you
Uh,
too. You are entitled to your point, but when you
can you
start
donate? Can
putting
you
out
donate
stuff that
today?
ain't right,
Do you mind
huh?
donating today? Do you mind donating today?
Donating to what?
This
To
platform
who?
that we support, V Bennett.
And whenever I have it, I will donate. So you can't
All
tell me
right,
when to
okay.
donate. You don't know my
Okay, come on
situation.
now.
Don't even
Look,
go
let's.
there.
No, she called
Well,
me
hey,
dumb. She called me dumb, so
I
I'm
know,
gonna call her
come
broke.
on now.
I
She
call
didn't
you
mean
God.
it.
I
Oh, come on,
apologize, but
Ralph.
if you ain't man
You
enough,
know she ain't mean it.
if you
My
ain't
bad,
man
my
enough
bad.
to accept my apology, then oh well, so be it. Then you can be whatever the hell you
Why I
want to
gotta
be.
be? Why I gotta be sexist now? If I'm not man enough, what if I'm just not? I don't want to.
Well,
What if I? Why
whatever.
can't I just
Hey,
However you
not
Ralph,
want
want
to
to
come
call
on
it.
now.
accept it?
Hold on now.
However you want to call
Nah,
it.
it's just, yo,
No,
I'm
no, no. I'm not
you
disrespecting. I'm not
start.
gonna say nothing crazy. I'm listening to her talk. I'm listening to her talk. I'm just responding to what she's saying. I'm not gonna call her the B word. I'm not
Yo,
gonna, joke on her. I'm gonna
don't
keep it
even
real
mess with
respectful.
Call me the B
Pumpkin,
word.
yo.
I've been
Don't
called
you
worse
mess
by
I'm
with
not.
her,
I'm
man.
not.
men.
Ralph,
I'm
don't do
not
that.
gonna call you that. I said I'm not, and you're gonna hold me stand strong to that. That I won't. And I'm just like the other lady that came up here. She said it's okay. Why all y'all so comfortable with being the B word?
No, hold on.
All the women that
You
came
know
up here
why?
when they
You
mentioned
what?
that
You
they say they're
asked me
so
why am I
comfortable with that.
comfortable with you
Yeah,
calling? Let
why?
me answer you. Cause you know what? Cause I know I ain't. I know I ain't. So when you say things like that, because I know
I
what
like
I
that
am,
answer.
I know who I am, and I know what I stand on, and I know my moral principles.
I like that.
So you
I
can
like
call
that. I
me you
respect
and
that.
anybody,
Yeah,
anybody who can call me what they like, as I know how I live my life and my moral principles, and I know what's right and I know what's wrong. So if you care to call me a bitch, fine, but
he's
I
a hot.
know
Hey,
I'm not. But
Yeah, I
listen,
I'm
know.
saying
I'm
that
not
hold
you're
on,
being.
not. I
hold
didn't
on.
say you were going to do it. I'm not saying you were going to
Nah,
do it. What I'm
we're
saying,
not gonna
if
do
you
that.
No,
wanted to do it,
Nobody's
it
gonna do that.
doesn't.
No, and Ralph, you're
No,
not gonna do
but
that
I'm
to
just
Pumpkin.
saying.
I'm not.
No,
I
he
won't
said he
do it.
was. I'm just saying.
I said
I
I
just
won't.
made a
And I
point.
wasn't. I said I
No, I
won't
know
do
you
it.
said you won't, and I appreciate that you won't. But if you did, I'm saying in general, I put it, maybe I phrased it wrong. I'll phrase it like this. If anybody calls
Yeah.
me that name, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. It
Nah,
only
nah, nah.
bothers
It's
me
other
when you
women.
refer
Not
to
to
me.
cut you off. It's other women that I will call that. I'm saying from other platforms. Yeah. But you like you said, you are a supporter, and I keep it. I keep it. I'm gonna keep it classy because I do support women, and people. I guess my points do sound a little contradicting because, like I say, I'm really not a fan of white people. Most people don't know my objective. I'm American.
So,
I gotta
you know
support
what?
America. So when
You
y'all
know
say
what? We
things
have
against me,
that in
I'm
common. Then we have
okay.
that
So
in
and I,
common
and I
because
don't
I ain't
and I
bothered
don't and
white
I don't
folks either.
disrespect men. I go 0 to 100, and that's in real life. I like to say I keep things. I'll say things that'll be direct. It'll be strong. You can take it how you want it, but I'm possibly not even saying what you're saying. I'm just very direct in how my approach is.
Okay, now listen. Let's listen to
No, we're
Trump.
not
This is
gonna
who.
argue, and I'm not gonna argue no more. I said what I had to say, but I just don't like people to. I just don't get it. Just explain. I just don't get black people hold it up. Nothing wrong with being conservative. Let me tell you
But
that,
Ralph,
because I
Ralph,
grew up in a
do you have a
conservative
problem?
house.
Okay, but Ralph, do you have a problem voting for somebody that used to be affiliated with the KKK? Apparently
No,
not.
no, I don't, because I know America was built on racism and
Right.
religion.
So why would you bring up that thing about Biden and not explain the whole truth of it though?
Because Biden is the type of, you can see what Biden is doing to our people. He's making he's really, he's not running. And I don't mean when I say our people as black people, I mean our people as Americans. He's I haven't seen everything has I haven't seen no growth in our country besides homosexual laws since Obama, since Democratic presidents came in. I haven't
Well,
heard anybody speak. Hold on. I really haven't heard anybody want to say anything about stop alienating our country, or basically, you know what I'm saying, lowering gas prices, or basically, you know what I'm saying, basically trying to help give tax breaks that was, better than certain situations. I haven't seen another president do that. To
well, can
that to
I
that
say
mag to
something?
that to that mag to that magnitude, to the magnitude of Trump.
Okay.
What did Trump do? Can I
Yeah, I
ask
don't
you, what
understand
did
what
he
Trump
I
did.
just
do?
I just I
What did
just
he do
explained it right there.
besides destroy this country? I lost 5 dear friends because of him being stupid and how he handled COVID. 5 friends.
But
I lost
you
a
think
friend. Now,
COVID
wait a
wasn't
minute,
for
man.
the
Let me finish. I let you finish. I lost 5 friends. So what has he done besides destroy this country? He put people on the Supreme Court to take away the rights of women. I don't believe in abortion, but I don't feel I have the right to tell any woman what she should do and what she shouldn't do with her body. It's my right. I have the right to say I don't believe in it, but women have the right to do what they want to do with their bodies. So what has he done? I don't get it. I don't, and I'm not
and
trying to
that's
be
see and
nasty with you.
that's our
Wait,
point in
let me
America.
finish. What else has he done? And Biden, they don't tell you this. We got a Congress, House, the House of Representatives. You've got Marjorie Taylor Greene. You've got Lauren Boebert. You've got all these people. No matter what, they follow Trump. Trump is, like I said, he's got 91 felony counts still on him. The count in New York, he has to pay this fine. Come Monday, if
How,
he don't have the
how many
cash,
accounts did
wait a
Hillary
minute,
has?
let me go. Hillary don't have nothing. What are you talking about? Her husband has sex in the White House with a girl. Okay, so yeah, he was low life.
I'm
She
talking
kept her
about Hillary.
husband.
I'm not
Oh
talking
well,
nothing about
so
no
be.
bill.
But I'm saying everybody's mad at Hillary because she kept her darn husband. That's what I got out of it.
So what
They
about
don't like her because she kept her
the
husband.
crime? What about all those crime bills that Joe Biden passed in the early '90s
He
and stuff?
passed the only fault
So
I
what about
find
that?
with Joe Biden was when he passed that crime bill, when he helped sign that crime bill.
Yeah, but he
And
didn't
he
pass it.
admitted, wait a
He
minute,
didn't
and
pass
he
it.
Yeah,
admitted
I know he
that
didn't. He helped pass it, but he was the main pusher for
he
that under
wasn't the
that.
man pusher. They put it
Yes,
and
he
he
was,
passed it. You
and
know, so
he takes credit for it. He
wait a minute.
takes credit for it. He be taking credit for it.
Wait. You mean to tell me, okay, I'll give you that. I say he wasn't, but I say this. You mean to tell me he said, okay, he said it was a mistake when he pushed it, when he pushed that bill. He didn't think that bill was going to go the way it did. He said he was sorry for that. But let's not forget, Donald Trump called for the execution of 5 young teenage
That's
boys.
right.
I
He did.
remember it well. And
He did.
once they got, wait a minute, and once they found out the real perpetrator of the crime put it, he went through a lie detector, Mateus Reyes. He put it, he passed the lie detector test. And they took his DNA and it matched perfectly. What did Donald Trump do after taking out that page calling for the death penalty for these young boys? And they were teenagers then. He says, oh, well, they were in the park. They must have had to do something. I remember it because I had just had my son and I was home. I wasn't working, so
I'm
I
not.
kept
I'm not.
on with it.
I'm not disagreeing with
And wait a minute. And to this day, he has never ever apologized and said, "I'm sorry, I was wrong. I thought that you did." So don't tell me nothing about Donald Trump.
Listen,
Marjorie Taylor Greene is taking credit for a bill that she voted against for infrastructure coming down to Georgia. So tell the truth.
this is
Tell,
the
you can
reason
have
why I
your
say
feelings,
this is
but
the reason
tell
why I
what he
say
did.
both
We're
presidents.
saying, what did he do?
This is
You're
the
saying,
reason
what
why I'm
did
saying both
what did
presidents no president can
Biden
do
do?
nothing to America besides make America feel a more American. You still act like you like I'm tired of saying this, but I'm gonna keep saying us people act like we have real uh some type of relationship to America. No, they dictate everything we do here. As far as our taxes, our laws, we tax on everything we do, our laws and everything. And we sitting up here acting like presidents matter when we clearly know presidents
Well,
are
they matter
puppets,
to
right?
me.
But
This one,
he's asking me my preference of what he's done. Now I can't tell you anything because Phil, I realize presidents don't do
No, no,
nothing.
Ralph. They do matter because if you want taxes lower, if you want anything to change, the president has to sign it.
That's right. That
So
don't
they
mean
matter. They matter. Who the
they,
president is matters. But
I
okay,
think
so okay, go ahead. Make your point. Go ahead.
I think that we should do the numbers on when things are high. Is it Biden or Trump? You know what I'm saying? So let's do the comparisons then. If you're gonna say it that way, hold on, man. Then
okay.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna end it real quick. So America, right, was built on the backs of other people, rich people in slavery, sugar, cotton, tobacco, things like that. It's always been the same function, and prison systems. It will never change. That's why you can say the same thing. Why has Joe Biden apologized for the crime bill in 94, 96?
He
So
Yeah,
did.
he
He
if
did
we
apologized.
talk about form,
apologize.
yeah,
No, Ralph. He
But,
apologized for that. He did.
but listen, let me say
we'll
this, Vic.
give him the lie detector test to see if he really
No, no,
meant
no,
it.
no, no, Ralph.
Wait,
He
let me
made a.
say
They
this.
spoke about that. He spoke about it eloquently, yo. He did.
And, and let me say this, Vic. I just read this today. You know, I'm always reading and sending you stuff. I read where if you go to Politics by Tabitha, it's on her thing, and I listened to it. People are mad because what's that thing they do when pardon? I guess the presidential pardon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Every
yeah.
year they do it. Or he has every year since he's been in. He's pardoned all those guys for that had just had
Drug
marijuana
charges,
charges,
rappers, all those
and
things. A lot of kingpins.
he apologized. He apologized. He you know the word I'm trying to say. I get tongue tied
Yeah.
sometimes,
He
but
he pardoned a lot of people. He did. A
he
lot of these
pardoned
presidents
a
did that.
lot of those guys because he said they should not have gotten that much time. And he realized he made a mistake. And all of those that he can pardon that don't have violent offenses or big cocaine charges, he realized that it was a mistake. They never should have got the time that they got in jail. He has an infrastructure bill for Georgia, for rural Georgia, in 3.8 million for infrastructure in Georgia that Marjorie Taylor Greene is so supposedly telling
Yes, ma'am.
her
But so do you
constituents
truly believe because somebody so my
does
question
that.
is
He has an infrastructure bill that benefits everybody. He can't just benefit whites without benefiting blacks. The roads are ragged. All roads are ragged. All where I live at, and I live in the north. And the roads are ragged. The bridges are falling down. Everything's falling apart. The streets are falling apart. The
Well,
sewer
Ralph,
system's no good. But we
yeah.
got the money. That's it. That's what he does. But
well,
what did Donald Trump do besides go dismantle this, dismantle that, and took money from foreign countries? So nobody talks about that. So
let
don't
me let me
come,
ask you something.
and let me tell you this. I ain't a fan of Joe Biden's. I think Joe Biden needs to step aside. But if I got to choose between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, I'm always going to choose Joe
But,
Biden.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, too. Um, you know, the what people should be voting for is policy, right? Not even the person, but the policy, because the
Mhm.
policy is what they're going to sign into office. So you need to hear, when you listen to the president speak, you need to hear about the policy, see something about the policy. What is the policy they're going to enact, or try to get their party and push Congress to write up, and so he can sign it,
Mhm.
and right now, we know what Biden's policy is, because it's
That's right.
posted up on the White House. It's like what is it, $1 trillion infrastructure plan.
Yeah.
So and how the money is going to be spent is pretty much there, right? Not saying that there shouldn't be more detail, and I'm telling people to go read it for themselves, right? But here's the thing: does Trump even have a policy,
Yeah. I
a
remember we were
comprehensive
saying that
You know
before.
what? His policy does
We were
have a
saying that
policy.
before, V, and I was like, well, I was like, he's not going to tell you his policy. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not
shit?
in all. He's he's really saying he's trying to do the same thing. He's not really putting any real information out there, because we got to understand, like when he talks at the rallies, when he came in here to Williamsburg, when he was in Richmond, if you don't go to him, you don't see him, you know what I'm saying, you don't really hear what he speaks about. And the news is
He speaks
like,
about
hold on,
himself.
hold on, let me, we gave you for like 5 minutes, and she said something about COVID. You can't blame COVID on Trump. And people with their health and
No,
their life.
she's not blaming
COVID.
COVID, the
Thank
disease,
you.
on Trump.
Yeah.
She's talking about how he handled the crises. That's
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's not his problem as well. We as people we gotta do that for ourselves as
no,
Oh,
well.
no, 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 brother. No,
you
no, no,
just
no.
delusional,
That
Ralph.
is that is
So
part
so
of
how
the
many people
president
how many
and
people
act
got
emergency, but he can
Obama
do
had.
executive
listen,
order.
listen, I'm saying this to you. How many I don't know how many people went out there and got vaccinated. A lot of people choose to get vaccinated. That is your you know, he's speaking.
We're
You're
not
putting
talking about vaccinations.
but all of this is a part of COVID. How the Wuhan disease, how we got certain people saying that they put money into us, how it was brought here. We can't just all say that's the president or that's just how he handled that situation. COVID was something that
No,
was
no,
spread
no,
around the
no,
world.
because none of that matters, because that didn't happen when Trump was in office. All that Wuhan stuff and the laboratory, all that is years and years and years before.
Hmm.
But the
No,
point
Hmm.
is,
no, no, it was
it
Wuhan.
wasn't.
No, Wuhan. It was what Wuhan came from. They hid it. There was a young doctor. They took all the doctors off their cases. He was an ophthalmologist. How the world knew what happened was this guy. He was an ophthalmologist, and he was there working on COVID. People were dying. They knew years ago. They knew when Obama was in office, but they hid it. The guy got it snuck out some kind of way and told the world, and the World Health Organization found out about it. Who found out about it and told it? And right after it came out, they put it. Who put it out that it was a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic? They killed the man. They killed the boy. He was a young guy.
Yeah. But
That
Obama
It
was
was
the
a
one that
Chinese
kept saying
guy.
it was going to be a pandemic.
Chinese. I'll tell you when Ralph finish
But
up.
was it a Chinese man that
Yeah,
died?
Yeah.
yeah, they killed the guy. But look, this is what I'm saying. It was that thing came out during the time of a Democratic Party. So we going for presidents, we also gotta look at parties as well, right? This is how I look at it. Yeah, hold on. And so the Democratic Party is known actually based off of Ku Klux Klan and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Off of being more. If you're looking at Republican Party, most of their original laws were kind of like showing that they had both parties of blacks and whites in there, not like in our time where we see a selective few. So we know who wrote what kind of laws in between men. I don't support American policies because it's not directly directed for the people as well. This is a business. It's a business. So if I'm looking at it from a business point, I'm picking Trump. Yes, I'm picking a man who's never really had to work.
You went. Ooh, Lord,
Hold
go
on.
ahead.
So,
I'm
so,
sorry.
so yeah, I'm
Go ahead.
picking a man who never had to really work, showed the way to stay rich, go broke, keep it. He's telling you ways of how he's running a business. That's what I'm looking at America
Yeah,
as,
but,
a
but
business.
Ralph, but Ralph, he's a business fraud. He's a business fraud, dude. I mean, you don't see
Well,
them seizing his assets?
They do that to everybody. They don't. You don't have
No,
right
They
there.
no,
Like,
don't do
no,
that
no,
to
Ralph.
everybody.
This man is losing his. On Monday, we're gonna run it. So I hope you hear also, Ralph. But
I'm always
listen,
check it out.
on Monday, if he don't pay that bond that he owes, that debt, they seizing all his shit, bro. He over. I mean, look. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I'm all for the conspiracy, but I'm not for the conspiracy of I don't know. I just don't trust it. My thing is like prove it wrong.
Right.
And if you can't prove what Letitia James and the courts have decided, well, she prosecuted it. If you can't prove that what the courts did was illegitimate and that he didn't overvalue his properties and that he didn't make fraudulent claims, then you can't bet on it, bro.
So this is so.
And
I'm gonna
Ralph,
tell you
guess
what I'm,
what?
and I'm gonna tell you what I'm saying. I'm gonna give you the floor right now. I'm gonna tell you
Okay,
what I'm saying. I'm
good.
saying the same thing they do to the black athletes, Kanye West, and everything else. They just doing it on a white man in front of our face in a different way. That's all I see. Go ahead,
And
Miss. Go
Ralph,
ahead.
guess what? Little to know, and I found this out too. Letitia James has started already the process. The paperwork's in the court. They're waiting to see if he puts the money up. The reason why he can't get a bond, he can't get a bond. Nobody will bond him. He over evaluated his properties to defraud banks and loan companies to give him money at a lower rate, and the properties are not worth it. Mar-a-Lago is only worth about $28 million, nothing more. It's not. He's not a billionaire. He's never been a billionaire. He has no liquid assets. He sued
None of
left
them
and right.
do. None of them.
Yes,
They use everybody else's money.
there you
That's what
go.
I've
You
been
don't
saying.
let me
So
finish. He has no liquid assets to cover that. And no bond is going to, he's a liar. He's lied so much. His lies is, you know that saying, the
he's
chicken
not
coming up
lying.
in the roof?
He's not lying. He's being stripped. That's what I'm telling you.
He destroyed. His father gave him $1
So
million.
what you just look, what you just said was right. The bank gave him these things at a lower rate so he could do this. Now,
He
now they
lied
will have.
to
So
get it.
No, but Ralph, he
hold on.
lied on his papers. If you lied on your papers, you know what they would do to you?
Investigate.
You
No,
wouldn't be
no,
talking to
you would
us.
be like Ralph. You would
I'll
be
be locked. No, I'll be
prosecuted,
locked
Ralph.
up. But what I'm
You
saying is
would be
that's what a bank do.
prosecuted, and you would be paying that money. And if you couldn't pay
Right,
that
right, right.
money, you
On the
might go
even
to
on the
jail.
lowest form, they do that to you with food stamps and all that. You know, even on the lowest form,
Oh,
they make you
Lord.
pay that back. So, but look, that's still the Democrats do it their own way as well. They're just doing it in the high rank form of money way. So, like I said,
Yeah, but
all these
Ralph,
people.
hold on, but Ralph, you when you say the Democrats do it in their own way, that's a whole lot of people. The Democrats. What I'm saying is, we're talking about Trump. But if you want to say there's also a Democrat that did it but got away with it, I want to hear that story. But to just say they did it is not evidence in itself.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. All right. So we're talking about how Trump is being stripped of his money, his assets. He's a fraud. He's lying. But every president I'm saying before us that they showed in the media is that. That's what I'm saying. So I don't trust any of it. When I'm watching a person say, when you get rich, you use other people's money and you invest, and the banks are taking your money and giving these low interest, it's for the bank to find out if you're lying and doing investment on you. Now they should have caught the bank should have caught him and locked him up earlier. But since I'm saying in America
No,
supremacy
since
and laws look that different between people, it's different. They're showing us in our face that if he don't provide the money that he has in cash or some type of funding, they're gonna do him the same way. But do he
in which
have these
they
things?
should.
Yes. Will they be his? No, because you own nothing in America.
He owns nothing. He lied to get the
No one
money.
does.
It's the fraud. It's the fraud. And we're not talking about nobody else. We're talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump lied to get these loans. He doesn't pay his bill, and I can tell you firsthand he don't pay it because I live in New Jersey, 2 hours away from Atlantic City. He destroyed that city. He destroyed it. He
Yeah,
went.
all of them, all
Wait
of
a
those
minute.
gamblers
He went
did.
to the
I
casino
used to live
floor.
in New Jersey.
Huh?
I used to
How I
live
live
in
in
I used to live in Newark, and I see how
All right,
how
y'all.
bad Newark was.
All right,
Well,
listen.
I live in Patterson, and you know how close I am to New York.
Look, I was homeless in Plainfield. I went out there chasing a girl, ended up going to college, ended up going to NJCU. I ended up living in Newark, getting my first apartment in Jersey. The streets are raggedy. They don't give black people jobs like that. It's over and fluctuated with foreigners.
That's not
It's just,
true.
it
That's
is.
not true.
Man, I
No,
lived
it's
there
not.
for 3
I'm a
years out of my
lifelong
life.
resident
All
of
right,
New Jersey.
all right, Pumpkin and Ralph. We're gonna pause this conversation because look, we're gonna be back on this conversation because it's
But
gonna be a
anyway,
constant one about Trump
Ralph,
and the
you got
election.
some points there, Ralph. You did make some points. And let me just say this. Trump did put out his policy. You know what his policy is? To deport all the immigrants, not let any immigrants from Gaza come in, make you work until your job. Wait a minute, raise the age to retire up until you just about drop dead.
Until you dead.
And wait a minute until you be dead. They want to make you work until 70 years old because that.
Yeah, you gonna vote for that, Ralph?
Wait a minute, and
I
let me
believe you.
tell
I believe you should be
wait a
able to
minute.
work until 70 or save or had enough
Oh,
money to
hell
quit.
All right,
Wait a
all right,
minute.
all right.
So
Y'all.
let me finish this. Let me finish, and then when he do that, then he wants to cut Social Security, Medicare benefits, hospital benefits. Medicare don't give you a lot of money.
They ain't
Take my
giving you
word.
nothing anyway. That's why you got to go
They
get
do
the best
give me
health care.
something. I get money every month from them. I get my pension and I get money every
Yeah,
month from
I
them. But he
understand.
don't
I
need to
understand
be
what you're
cutting
saying, but
what
they're
I
not
got.
giving you enough. Let's say you in New York, right? In New York, it's the price of living is so high, food and everything. They're giving people just enough for the rent and enough to have enough to pay your phone, your light bill, your gas, and have maybe $200
They
left over.
don't give you enough in New York or
I mean,
anywhere.
that's what I'm saying. They don't nowhere. So if we're saying this, look at it, the how they treat people with
I tell you what.
disabilities. So it's not fair to say
Look,
which is
we're gonna come back and review both of the parties' actual platforms, and we will be covering this because this is election year. We're gonna be talking about this a whole lot more, right? So no question about it. But right now, y'all, I'm gonna close up shop because we're gonna go over to Shaka's platform. Buccaneer, good looking out. I see you. Appreciate that. You've joined one of the few but loved and appreciated people that have
I'm gonna
donated to
be
the
talking
platform.
about it on my platform
And
too. This is
and
crazy.
yeah, but me and Pumpkin gonna get down on this topic. We're gonna get
yeah.
down because
I like her on that. I like her on that. Hey,
yeah,
look,
we
and then
going to
And I
because it's
like
gonna
you
get
too,
heated.
Ralph. It ain't nothing personal. I like
yes,
you too.
ma'am.
Be
Look,
informed. Be informed. That's all I ask. Because
yeah,
I
but
can
see,
make
look,
mistakes.
that's the part I'm bringing, right? So like, I don't know how new you are to this channel. I bring a strike like to for people to come
She's
up
been
here.
around. She's been around. She's been
Yeah,
around the
okay.
whole time.
I remember when you first came on. I just didn't say
Okay,
nothing.
okay, cool. So you know how I am. Like, so I'm gonna say things, and then y'all gonna bring y'all points. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't mind being wrong on here. I'm just speaking from the, the
All
full
right.
Nick, from the
All
yeah,
right.
wrong and right. I'm just speaking, from the Negro point of view, how when I'm around people and we talk about Trump,
Give
this
it
is
an
what we do.
alternative views, and
I
that's
like
what
to
we need.
push back.
Right.
But
I got you.
I'm here for the pushback.
But
I get
just
a little.
understand you're gonna get some pushback, Ralph. But
You
but
sure are. Because
Yeah,
but it's all good.
that's why I
I
keep
get
coming back.
Yeah.
I get, I get excited and I get a little emotional when it comes to Donald Trump because we all know this man. I grew up in the New York area. I know the conscious community, they full of it. I know all the con. Donald
Look,
Trump been a con man ever since I can remember. He always was
Uh,
lying about something. But
But
anyway,
I'm gonna be
but I
honest with
respect
you.
your point.
I do not give New York, New Jersey a lot. I lived in New Jersey. I liked it being there, but I don't give the North no respect. And be honest with you,
Well,
I'm riding with the
well,
South.
North Jersey, let me tell
You
you
guys
something.
breed drug dealers and pedophilias up there. A lot of
They
immigrants.
everywhere. So don't say that.
Well, they're everywhere. But listen, the story comes from y'all, like the real story, like legalized wise,
Live in New
movies, media wise. You guys hold that. Even if we looking at the sign at a platform where that's at New York, those people, New Jersey area,
That's,
hang.
that's the conscious community. Everybody
Right.
everybody knows it. I'm from North
Our
Jersey.
consciousness is different in the South.
No, y'all could, to be honest, and I'm gonna say this, and no offense to you, but in the South, y'all slow. To us,
No. You
no,
guys
wait a
are no.
minute.
We listening.
To us,
You guys are slow.
no,
Yeah, like
y'all slow as
all that.
frozen
Listen, all that. Listen, all that.
molasses
All
to us.
listen. All that
I lived in
following the
Georgia.
stars, ma'am. All that following the stars, doing math, hideouts, mapping America, came from
Wait a
Southern
minute, let me
slaves.
ask you
Hold on,
something.
hold
How
on.
old
Let
are
me
you?
finish. It came from that. All that came from Southern slaves. Okay, who found a way to go north. Okay, that ain't started from no Northern slaves. They would have had to learn that from Northern Black Native Americans there that would have had to show them that. Those
Wait,
people
wait
that
a minute.
you don't
Go
get it.
ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
so
How old are
when
you?
you
Can I ask?
so when you say that you giving up all rights to say the heritage and style of learning which you know what I'm saying was developed here in the South, not there in the North.
I was born and raised in the North, but I was raised by Southern people. I was raised with Southern values, Southern Bible values, conservative values. How old are you, may I ask? You don't have to answer. I wouldn't if you don't want to. Because and how
I
old do you
think I
think
think
I am?
I'm 30. I think I'm 38.
Well, I'm older than you. How
I
old do
know,
you think
man.
I am? Yeah.
I
So
think
we
you
got a
about
little
50, I think you're about 57.
woo, thank you. Now I really like you. Now you ain't gotta worry about me no more.
Yeah.
Past that. I'm older. I have a son older than you know.
Okay.
So, but I just, we know Donald Trump, we know Sinetta, the conscious community. Now I see where you're coming from with your ideas because most people down south really don't like, northern people.
Northern
When I lived in Georgia,
Northern values. But y'all come down here and do y'all family reunions and come get value. Nah, most of my friends
no,
from
we
New
don't
York,
come there. No,
I'm
well,
not most look,
let me say
majority of
this.
all my friends from New York, they come back here to Virginia to go see their
Oh,
family.
what part of Virginia?
You know what I'm saying? Emporia, Petersburg, Richmond, they all come back down this way. Fredericksburg, Newport News,
I,
Virginia Beach. They come to the very bottom.
have you ever heard of Louisa County, Virginia? It's a little
Mm,
small town.
no, I haven't heard it. You heard of it,
That's
boo?
where my dad's family was from there. So we
Yeah,
have
my
some
yeah,
in
my woman
common.
know where that's at.
Yeah, I was raised in the North with Southern conservative values, church,
I hear it in
everything,
the way you talk.
and church and everything. So I know about Southern values, but I also know about slick New York and Sinetta
Yeah,
and them
you
fools
you
on
you
the
talk
corner.
like a city slicker, but feel like a southerner. Like you got southern soul, but you talk like them. So I would have
I
considered
talk
you one
like
of
it
them.
because I'm up here. We
Yeah,
talk fast and
you get
they
and you
say
get
we
saucy.
aggressive.
You got saucy, and that's why I wanted to put an end to it real quick because I already felt the saucy of the north, the
I'm sorry
disrespect.
about that, but certain
Yeah.
things upset me. I'm really sorry about
Mhm.
that. But I know that when I was in Georgia, the people down there, the women, they terrible. They don't like us. They don't like us northern people, and they sure don't want you coming down there getting no job. And I'm like, I can't work down there. I came to retire.
And-
I said
and
because they don't pay enough down south for
See,
me.
see, if
I
you
work.
ever, we gonna end this, but look, if you ever watch the movie Cadillac Records, the funny thing he said about y'all, y'all up north people is, see, y'all
What?
spend y'all values and things y'all don't need to. Y'all want to look flashy, y'all want to be in the spotlight in the area. But when it
But I'm
came
not
down
like
to
that.
it,
Not
remember,
all of us
I'm
are.
not saying you, but the environment makes the environment like that. Not even if you're doing it, you just do it to a certain degree and don't even know
Uh,
it. But what I'm
I would.
saying is, remember when he couldn't bury his homeboy and he came through with the money? The black dude that was howling, like I forget his name, but
Howling Wolf, I think his name was
yeah, something
Howling.
like that. Uh-huh. Yeah, he came through and helped, and he looked at the dudes like, look at y'all values and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think we fast, we dumb, we slow, but our morals keep us correct, and we believe the working
Oh, I
till we
believe
can't work
that.
no. We
I
believe in
agree.
working till you can't work no more because we understand that's that nigga and that slave and that's they're gonna say you're gonna always have more for others. That ain't thinking for yourself. Retirement is thinking for yourself. Working is thinking for others.
Because where I lived at, we lived in a house, and all the people who own homes in my neighborhood, they all were from the South. They had their beginnings in the South,
That's right. That's
so
right.
they
Don't
have more.
forget that.
And
Don't
I
you
tell
ever
people
forget that.
And I tell people that when I live down south, nobody rents an apartment down south. Everybody, if they rent a whole house. And they said, for real? I said, yeah. I said, they don't stack up like we do.
See,
You know?
we got to remember that America's still separated. Okay,
Well,
it's still one, but it's separated. The West is not like the South. South is
but
not
really, who wants
like
to
the
be
North.
bothered? I don't want to be bothered. I don't like you said, we have that in common. I ain't fond of white folks either. I just deal with them because they got the money, and I like money, and I
Yeah, you
like
can
the work.
use them for certain things, but then again, sometimes we gotta learn. Can't even use them for that.
But
You
I
know what
don't
I'm saying?
beg
Because
them
we
to
still
let me
contribute.
stay with them. I don't beg them. I don't want to stay in their
Okay. Okay.
neighborhood.
Y'all, let's listen to
Let's
this.
go.
Let's listen to Trump real quick. It's for 5 minutes. It's just a five
What
minutes
is it?
thing, and he did this at the Let me see here. He did this
I
at
hope
the
it ain't
Black
this.
Conservative event, right?
Oh,
This,
I seen
this
that. Go ahead.
yeah, this is 3 weeks ago now, Ralph. Okay. And for everybody else that's listening, we're just gonna watch a bit of it. And I also wanted to say, yo, Buccaneer, I got you. Thank you for acknowledging, what we're trying to do over here, man. I appreciate that. And it's gonna be more. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Now check this out. Let's take a listen.
Oh, I seen this crap.
The black population. I am being indicted for a lot of different groups.
Yeah, that's real. Donald Trump spoke at an event hosted by an organization called the Black Conservative Federation in Columbia, South Carolina. The Black Conservative Federation is led by someone who also runs an organization called Black Voices for Trump. This is one of the most unhinged, racist, weird speeches I've ever seen. Let's just go through it here. Donald Trump says that the reason that he can relate to black people is because he got indicted. Here, play this clip.
And then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing. But
Yeah, that's actually not AI.
They won't
That's
let that
actually
whole
what
thing
he
go.
said. Here, he basically says that again. Play the clip.
I think that's why the black people are so much on my side now, because they see what's happening to me happens to them. Does that make sense? I've heard that. When I did the mugshot in Atlanta, that mugshot is number one. Elvis Presley's number two, and Frank Sinatra's. They had Frank Sinatra for 5.
How could that be what's happening to him is happening to you, Ralph?
No, it's not. So look, it is, right? He's just richer and his money is an investment. I just told you they're doing the same thing to him. They're doing to Kanye West. They're just doing it in a white folks way. Ain't no one safe from this besides the ones who really have the money, not investors, the controllers. Everybody, even a president, any person.
Yeah, but
Someone said-
Ralph, listen. What did this man?
What he told you was these conspiracy theories of which white people who had a whole lot of money and assets were stripped. That's what he just told you. That's what he really put himself in the category of.
Ralph,
That's
did you
what he
hear
put
what
himself
that
in the
nigga said?
category of.
Did you
I
hear
did.
what he said?
Ralph,
Yes,
what did he
man.
say
And
about
listen,
George
and listen,
Floyd,
for what you,
Ralph?
and
Have
for
you
what
ever
you
been
said,
locked
listen.
up? Have you
What
ever
did he
been
say?
locked up? Ralph, have you
Yeah,
ever been
hell
locked up?
yeah. You listen.
Well,
Listen,
see, he ain't talking about me. That's why I don't like him then, because I ain't never been locked up. My daddy
listen,
ain't never been
have
locked
you
up.
ever listen. They had me facing some crazy charges, man. I ain't even supposed to be here. I'm not even look. Look, they pulled my record up. Y'all be like, what is Ralph talking about? But I'm gonna let you know a lot of these things I had to go through. As far as for my people, what I've been through, I had to fight police. I've been beat by police, robbed by police. Listen, I got charges against all of these things. You know what I'm saying? They got tried to get me with hindering and conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? Good thing listen, a lot of things in my life I can't see when we get on here and we say people make ourselves look like a fool or there's no hope, and I'm just talking crazy. People don't understand everyone experience. We have different experiences as Americans. Some people don't know what value systems people have and what people went through in this country. How I had to pay so much money for my lawyer for my cases and prove so much evidence against the police. It's crazy. I shouldn't even be in my situation.
Man, Ralph, yo, Ralph. All right, look. I mean, again, we're gonna have this conversation because it's part of the plan to be discussing the candidates and the platforms coming up for this election. But check this out, man. Really, now, first of all, Trump will never ever see prison a day in his life, no matter what he does.
Facts.
He could kill you, Ralph, and he would
Facts.
never go to prison. You see, so I mean, this man knows that. But secondly, even if he had never been president, you would never get the treatment that he got a day in your life for any crime, Ralph. Don't
Yeah,
you understand
I'm
that
not in
this
this tax. I'm
man,
not in this tax
the, re-
bracket.
the reason why, exactly, a whole another tax bracket, right? So I'm just trying to talk about this comment he made right here. I mean, look, and then then we're gonna close down and go over the shockers. But check this out.
Here, he basically says that again. Play the clip.
I think that's why the black people are so much on my side now, because they see what's happening to me happens to them. Does that make sense?
Is that true?
I
Or is
believe
this
that.
something else? Or is this
I
something else?
believe that instead of Biden telling me if I don't do something, I'm not black.
No. It don't have nothing.
Somebody
No,
telling
Ralph,
me
Ralph.
if
It's
I'm
nothing to
late.
do with Biden. It's nothing to do with Biden. We can do it with Biden too, but right now it's only this comment in Trump, because he can't blame Biden for his own comments. You know, it's not a race that way. They both are dumb. If they both say something dumb, they're responsible themselves for it.
They're
But
pandering.
isn't this a little strange though? Don't you think? Like
Yeah,
he's
they're
saying,
pandering.
yeah. I mean, this is so.
They
I mean,
pandering like a motherfucker, but he's
but
at
this is
least
some
he's
real
pandering,
weird pandering, don't you think?
but it's truthful for people who understand that type of go
Says
try to
that
get the
again.
money type of
Play the
lifestyle.
clip.
I think
All right.
that's why the black people are so much on my side now, because they see what's happening to me happens to them.
Are black people on Trump's side now because they see what happens to him is happening to them?
See, a
Hell
lot of
no. They
a
on that.
lot, listen,
If they
a lot
voting
of
for
those
Trump, it's
people.
for another reason, man. Come on.
Listen. A lot of those people do see it like that, but they probably see it on a level to where it's like they're not saying it like I'm saying. White people of that power don't even get punished. I'm saying that. That's
True.
coming out of my
Facts.
mouth. White people of
Facts.
that power don't get punished. And I'm saying the laws are different for everybody in America, depending on how you support America. I'm never going to tell you that. That's why I'm saying I make sense. I make sense. These people keep telling me you gonna get criminalized. If you just said that man can kill you, get away, all those presidents can. All those people who work, they got some type of rights. They can do that to you. You know what I mean?
Right. So how does the comment? That's what I'm saying, though, Ralph. Listen, how does the comment that he just made make any sense?
It's a stretch. It's pandering. It's a stretch, but it's relatable. It's a stretch.
You
Oh,
think
it's
it's
Louis.
relatable?
He's stretching
You think it's
hard, but
related? That shows. Don't it show he don't know black people? Because I thought black people was voting for other reasons. Like I thought they was voting for Trump because of reasons like they tired of Biden, don't trust Biden, don't trust the Democrats, other reasons. But this
that's
fool
right.
didn't
That's
say
right.
that. No, but he didn't say that.
But we know that though. For most people who know, voted for Trump, we know we already felt he don't have to keep repeating himself. That shit Biden do. Keep repeating himself and don't do nothing.
But look, but that's the reason. But he's not saying that. He's saying that y'all have something in common. What y'all got in common?
That he gonna be semi ridiculed in front of the American media, and he's gonna be trying to force and be stripped. But we all know, you know what I'm saying.
So in other words, Ralph, he thinks that what he's going through is what a black person in America goes through. Don't you think you should slap his ass?
Being cheated. Yeah, being
Ralph,
cheated.
don't you think you should slap his ass? He would not in a million years experience what a black person experienced in America.
That's true. That is true.
He
That
need
is
to get
100% true.
But again, I'm not trying to stop you from making your argument though, because
Yeah.
I appreciate it. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I might go smack his ass right now. I mean,
Look. I ain't against it. Like I
and
said,
even
I
if
don't
you
want.
vote for him, smack him first. You know what
But
I'm
see, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. Listen, because like I said, I got family members who work on like certain things you say against the government. So like I said, I don't talk like that. You feel me?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, I
All
got some.
right. Look,
But yeah. I
cut it
don't talk
down.
like that, but I don't
I got
support
to
none
check.
of it.
All right. I'm sorry. Look, we got to check Shock out right now because he
Ralph.
started stream. Go ahead, Pumpkin. You get the last word. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Ralph, did you understand what this man said?
Why
This
y'all keep
man,
repeating yourself? Yeah, I heard what the listen. I heard. Listen, I don't even really care. He ain't even showed what he's doing this for this election yet. He ain't even told us fully what he's
he
gonna do.
already did, Ralph.
No, listen. He said that 4 years ago when he was president. He hasn't gave us nothing really
Yeah, he didn't
new.
say that 4 years ago. He
Well, he
said
said,
that
but he
3 weeks ago.
listen.
What you just
Yeah,
saw, he said
that's
that
not
3 weeks.
saying
New
that's not
Eden,
enough. That's not
a
enough.
universe brimming with possibilities.
I ain't never been in jail. My son ain't never. My son about to be 42. He ain't never been locked up. The closest
Well,
thing he
that
came.
I listen. I congratulate that. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. I like that. Listen, I mean,
Now
I
I
support
ain't never been
anybody. I
locked.
support anybody. Listen, I never had to do prison time. Like I've been, like I said, fortunately, I always had enough or made a bail, a bond, and had great lawyers or represented myself correctly in court. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So far as myself, I experience America a little different because I don't just go by. I don't plead guilty. I'm not out here. Not if I'm doing anything, I'm doing something that's within the law. And if I'm doing anything outside the law, I'm doing something I can support myself to get outside of the law. You hear me? You know what I mean? So, and I
But
don't
I
come
don't.
from. I don't come
I
from
don't.
a family. I don't come from a struggling family. I'm just struggling. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I live. I live two different. I have two good. I have a great upbringing, but I had bad situations.
All right, y'all.
I can relate to it. I can relate to it.
I hear you. All right, but Pumpkin, don't worry because we're gonna continue this
Yeah, we're gonna
conversation. For real.
continue this.
Yeah, no
And Ralph,
worries.
I really enjoy speaking to you. I got a
Yeah,
little
but yeah,
upset.
y'all ain't gotta
with
feel bad
you.
like I bring chaos. I love y'all too. You know what I mean?
I don't
I'm
feel
gonna say
bad.
some shit. Yeah, I know how
For
you
me, it's
feel.
just conversation. We gotta have a conversation. We got to.
And it, yeah,
We're
and it
gonna
kind
have
of
it
threw the
some more.
topic off, but I like what we built here.
Exactly. No worries. We're gonna get back to it. Hey, y'all, let's hop over to Shaka's platform because he about to go in on this dude Sinetta. Again, Sinetta supports America's most prolific pedophile rapist that's ever exists. I mean that literally, the most, the biggest. He said he does not believe Dr. York molested those kids, and he doesn't even believe Tariq. I believe his name is Tariq, one of the boys that gave his own self testimony. He believes it's not true. So let's go over and watch Shaka roast him, y'all. Peace. And don't forget, we'll be back. Buccaneer, appreciate it. Everybody that came out, I appreciate it. And we will be doing this political thing up until the election. So don't worry, we just getting started, me and Pumpkin. Appreciate everybody. Peace, Ralph. Peace, Pumpkin. I see y'all over there, okay?
Later.
One.